Hello, good evening. Please let me know if you can hear me okay. I'm obviously not John. It's me, Mike. I do a lot of John's commission work. And so yeah. And I forgot to mute the thingamajiggy. There we go. At least I can hear myself on that. So yeah. So as per the popular demand from the community poll this evening, let's see, well, since yesterday, I'm going to be working on my Johnson commission, which I've been working on since Tuesday. So far, I have pretty much finished all the gold, and I am. Hey, Dirty Wizard, how are you this evening? So, coming up to start the day, things like I'm pretty sure I finished the gold. I might need to touch some bits up later. So I'm just going to be working through all the grey bits to start with. It's always that fear when you think you've finished something. And hey, Chronocyan, I probably butchered the hell out of saying that. So I hope you'll enjoy my company. Enjoy my presence in place of John whilst he's on a well-deserved break. So, what are you all working on, or have you been working on? If you've already put down your brushes for the day. Yeah, Crusader. Yes, I've lost my Scottish twang, and I've dyed my hair. And hi, John. Yeah, it's a very warm seat, John. I actually burnt my ass when I sat down on it. So yeah, I will be working on Dante this evening. Maybe we'll make a good chunk into getting it finished, because the longest part of it I felt was probably doing all the gold. Yeah, moving house is an absolute pain in the backside. Worse than the pain in the backside sitting on the seat after John's got out of it. Yeah. I mean, 4 years after moving, I've still got one box left to unpack, and I think I've just spotted a bit. Have I just spotted a bit of gold I missed? No, I haven't. It's just a bit of where gold is just joint. Ooh. Are those the nids from the Leviathan box? Or some other nids? No, I just tilt my camera a little bit because I'm not quite holding it where I thought it would be. Say camera, it's my phone. So the one thing I don't have is a view count for the channel, because I don't know how to do that when I'm doing somebody else's channel. So hopefully there's a good chunk of you joining me this evening. It's always awkward when you want to get behind a bit and there's other bits, including the painting handle, in the way. Awesome as painting handles are. So I really dislike the fact that the Dante's base is now too big for the old painting handle. It's too big. It's too big. So yeah, I have to use the large one. I could have put them on a temporary base, but I didn't think that was too far ahead. Hey, Andonios. Try saying that 10 times fast. I did have slight panic this evening because I put that I was going to be streaming in my share account with my partner, so that she knew that she had to get our son down to bed. But then she forgot that she'd arranged to go see the Barbie movie with her best friend. So I was like, oh, I've got to put the son to bed. Fortunately, I managed to get him down in record time. But it does also mean, much like John does all the time, I'm going to have to listen out for him. I should probably take an ear off so I can actually hear. So if any of you, I stream most nights, definitely Mondays, almost definitely Tuesdays, rarely Wednesdays because Wednesdays are my gaming night. Thursdays it's hit and miss because it's like because I'm out late on Wednesday with streaming, gaming, and then like I almost do. Sometimes I do like an offline paint. Oh my god! I just got paint all over the back of his foot. So yeah, John kindly put a link down to my channel down in the description, and if this paint dries over this gold that I spent ages doing, it has as well. I've just washed out my wet palette as well, so I don't have any more old gold mix. I have to do a fresh mix to cover that. Don't you can see that on the back of his foot. Just like around there, my brush just went a bit weak. Wargaming. Drafting list 1,000 points against Votan. Ooh, old Dante has some catch up. Nice. What's in the list so far? And what is a confession, Dirty Wizard? If anybody does have any questions on stuff I've done, stuff that you might normally ask John, feel free. And what the hell is that? There we go. Oh, there's little tiny areas of gold that I've missed, which I'm gonna have to touch up later. So what with the Under Armoury bit? Lots of people would like paint black and highlight, but I prefer painting grey, shading the hell out of, and then picking out highlights. 2 of the Warhammer boxes from Games Row. That is fine. I bought an Achilles Dreadnought, the Custodes one with that last cannon swordy thing. Because I did it, I made a Librarian Dreadnought out of him. But when he arrived, there's like an elbow bit that was missing. So even Forge would. Bear in mind, I didn't actually want to use them. I just wanted to have all the bits. And with the slight knowledge in the back of my head that maybe they send me a whole free one, they actually did send me another whole free Achilles Dreadnought. Is it Achilles? I always, because I never run it as Achilles. I might have him in this box here. Oh god, it's all gone wrong. This is a box which I mount the model on the underside, so let's abandon that. Let's just carry on painting. Let's just pretend the past minute just didn't happen, shall we? What did you do with it? See, what you could have done, Dirty Wizard, if you hadn't had any plans to have both boxes, you could have just said, change your mind and return it, and then you've essentially just got a whole free box. Slightly dishonest. Probably shouldn't condone such behaviour, really, should I? Realise I'm playing my music. Where is Spotify gone? There it is. So you fortunately for you all, you won't get to hear my music because I don't like my own music taste, but I still like my music. But so, oh yeah, 50 million points for anybody who can recognise where my background music is from. At least I think it's playing. Let's just turn the volume up on it briefly. Correct. You win all those aforementioned bonus points. And you know what points mean? Usually prizes, but I don't have any prizes. Maybe I should have thought about that for tonight. Maybe done some kind of competition where people come and join my stream for my next stream, probably tomorrow evening, and that would have been clever. Now, if at any point I continuously have what I'm working on off camera, please do tell me, because sometimes I forget where the camera is because I've been playing around with its placement over the last few weeks, because combination of never having what I'm working on in focus, and I used to have this mount on the desk, so every time my desk wobbled, the camera would of course wobble. But now it's mounted to a shelf, so I don't make the camera wobble all the time. So, how have people been liking 10th edition so far? And how many of you, much like me and of course much like John, are running Gladius rather than Sanguinius? There's a bit of gold that I've missed here. It's going to drive me nuts. Where's my gold paint going? Not Liberator. Don't want Liberator. I just want Jeweler. It's just a tiny bit of corner there. And there's one on there, there's that's just a bit of grey I've missed. And there is a bit of gold. This might be slightly off camera a second, I just need to get this very precise. And then touch up the grey again. I'm going to do the other side of that again, but I'll go back with gold later. Any of you guys play much boarding actions? I currently am leading our my local game club's boarding actions league. After a lot of them have played a lot more games than me, but I've played 5, won 5, which is surprising. I didn't think I'd do that well because I'm just picking something that looks semi decent. Because oh no, nice. I really like when people spread the hobby with kids in any way they can. Not because I want them to buy more stuff from Games Workshop and have no money for us allows, but actually that's what I want them to do. Just put all the whams. Tenth plays nice if all different. Yeah, it does. They said it was supposed to be like simplified, but you've come down to look at your data sheets to remind yourself what special rules your units have, and then you have to try and look at what your opponent's got. To avoid any of those gotchas. Right, that's... I don't have Seth. I've just been using a chaplain because I've taken the because it's a campaign. I've like brought up this whole thing that the task force has been sent to find another previously sent task force who is suspected of falling into the Black Rage. So chaplain obviously needs to be involved. I've just given him the enhancement thingy where he gets +1 attack and +1 damage. Was it +1 strength, +1 damage? I forget what it is. He's that +1 damage is pretty awesome. And because of my success, everybody gets like bounties and bonuses. So the bounty things I have against me is that I have to do an opposed strength test to open doors as if there was somebody on the other side of it, and if there is somebody on the other side of it, they get +1 to their roll. But and then the other thing I've got is any battle shock test I take have to be at -1 because the organizer named it simmering range. So I asked him to change it slightly to say could it be simmering black rage, and so it only applies if I'm not within 6 inches of a chaplain, and he agreed. So I love when guys when people are willing to bend rules slightly to fit law stuff better. Thanks, Dirty Wizard. Yeah, it's just gold is when you're using true metallic metal gold, and obviously not non-metallic. I mean, the one of them painted for myself. I'm going to attempt to do a non-metallic metal, which I'm shitting bricks about. Yes, we're only doing trim it out. There's no difference painting, normal colours. You've got your base, you've got your layer or layers, and you've got your highlights as well, and it just works much the same. Just in case of being patient. On the road, happy. Thanks for joining, Rank. Just make sure if you're please be safe if you're driving yourself. So I'll just put gold on my brush. I don't want gold on my brush. I need to remind myself of Seth rules. See if it's worth you trying to pick one up on eBay. And I've never owned Seth because I've never done Fletch Terrors. Well, saying I bought a Tycho recently because the Tycho I painted when I was younger isn't really up to mustard. So I thought, okay, I'll start fresh, and then when I'm going to change the Command Squad rules. Well, made Command Squads legends, or going to be legends. But yeah, taking that +1 damage on my chaplain, meaning his Crozius hitting at damage 3, brutal against Terminators. Especially the Terminators that he was in combat with didn't have storm shields, so they only had the 3 wounds. And then he also bonus he got given basically just made his weapon extra relic-y, so that it also had more devastating wounds, but also hazardous. That was awesome as well when I got that through. Yeah, 3 damage over D3 is definitely better. In some ways, I'd rather take damage 2 than damage D3, especially now there's less -1 damage than there was before, so you're going to get that 2 damage most of the time. The only thing I'm worried about when I'm with painting Hunter is because I'm trying to replicate the box art as much as I can. Doing those kind of effects on axes and power weapons in general just scare the crap out of me. So much so that I just didn't even bother with my Terminator side from Leviathan. Oh, okay. I wonder if I can acquire one that's already mostly painted. My painting backlog is rather extensive. I mean, I took all of July off commission work so I could paint Leviathan. All I managed to paint was combat squad of Infernus dudes and Determinators. But I did spray everything. Just hadn't. It's very nice. Will be broken with it. Yeah. Yeah, it is very annoying. But then again, I kind of want most of our characters to go Legends, or at least go get Primaris equivalents. Did I get all of... Yeah, I think I did. Right, so I need now to do this bit. Hey JT Money. Yep. So I'm really hoping this stream goes really well, because it would be great to get some other content creators to be able to stream on John's channel whenever John's away, or just, oh crap, my finger slipped. Fortunately, it slipped right into where it needs to go. Yeah, just so John could take more breaks, not necessarily to actually go on holiday, just to have a night off. Tony's going to be covering the stream next week. For base, so the black that's on here at the minute is just the black spray. What I actually so ignore the black that I'm using on here, because that's not painted yet. But what I actually use is Corvus black for my base coat. So I don't know if we see it any better with, just because it's not quite fully black, you can shade it. So unlike, you know, Abaddon black or any other paint black that you can buy, yeah, I always Corvus black. Literally, the only time I ever use Abaddon black is on anything on gems and bakedoms. So you won't any gems on these? No, I don't think there were. Here's one. So yeah, so in the gem on the chapter badge there, you've got that's got Abaddon black in on it, but then the actual wings were Corvus black, as is everything else. Oh yeah, Jim. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it's really annoying that you can't. I was really annoying. You've only got certain units that you can lead. It's really restricts some of what you can take sometimes. Because I'd love to be able to take Mephiston with Blade Guard, or with yeah, just Blade Guard really, or even Terminators. I have a smaller brush here to get into there. Stay. The brush decides to roll over half the table. Right. Get in there without bending into the gold. There we go. I might be painting slightly off camera at this point, because when you can't get your... I was actually thinking just after I started painting, maybe I should have just painted all these grey bits before the gold. Just to avoid the risk of catching any gold bits as I'm doing it, but hindsight 2020. But yeah, I'd always, if you paint anything black, I'd always recommend painting with something that's not quite black. Corvus black is the best one from the Games Workshop range. I don't know enough about other paint ranges to recommend anything from any of them. But yeah, it just means you can shade it. And it's almost the same principle as when you're painting white. Don't paint with white, so you can highlight up. At least with Corvus black, you can also shade down. I'll actually do. I might do the black next. It's not a lot of black to do, but just so you can at least see the difference between it and the undercoat. Definitely have to touch some gold. It's rough. And I've decided I'm only going to do this plug twice, now and at the end of the stream in like several hours. If any of you have a Twitch Prime subscription that's going unused, I would, and you fancy dropping me a quick quick subscription to my Twitch channel. There's a link in the description, or just search for Mike Chili with 2 L's on Twitch and you'll find me. It would be massively appreciated, and it won't cost you a thing because it's your Twitch Prime. Of course, if you did want to actually do a proper subscription, I wouldn't complain, but I'm not going to ask anybody to do that because you don't have to. And yeah, I stream Mondays, Tuesdays, some Thursdays, most Fridays, some Saturdays, and some Sundays. Always depends on what's going on with everything. Well, Mephiston does have a 2-up save on the Blade Guard. And the one that really gets me is you can't have Sangre Priest leading Sangre Guard. Clues in the name, GW. Well, maybe they'll make. Does make me think they're gonna not allow you to use a Sangre Priest with a jump pack when we get our codex down the line, which is a shame. And they should make it so that, like, any army leader, so any like chapter master or whatever, that has the leader ability, should be able to literally lead any unit they like. Yeah, it could mean some absolutely broken combos, but yeah, don't because there's like. Because, like, for example, I know they've gone legends, and maybe Dante had to lead the Primaris replacements when we get them. But so before they told us that assault squads are going away, you couldn't lead them. But there's like a load of lore about how if Dante leads an assault squad, they often get like an honorary badgy thing. So yeah, maybe the assault intercessors with jump packs that we're hopefully getting. Well, my wife wants me to let her guild my new Don. Yeah, I saw somebody actually did put gold leaf on a model, and it didn't look awful. It's not something I'd probably want myself. Hi Foz, welcome. How are you this evening? What are you doing? What are you working on? I keep trying to catch myself, because when on my stream, probably because I'm a relatively small streamer, I normally get at most 6 to a dozen viewers. I'm very link friendly on my stream, so I encourage people to share their stuff. So I'm like, oh, I want to see what people are working on. Let's just actually this. Just had a thought. Hey, Mark. Yeah, I'm not Miss Jackson. It's all right. If anybody's got any pictures of what they're currently working on and want to share it, throw them into the lobby text channel on the back Discord, and when I take any kind of break, we'll have a mooch. Get back to Primaris Death with my jump backs. Nice. How are they coming along, Nicholas? If you've got pictures, as I just said, stick him in the lobby. There's a voice channel section. There's a lobby text channel. Sling him in there, and we'll take a look a bit later. I'd like to see what people work on. Because this hobby isn't all about me. I do, yeah. You share all your stuff, and that we will take a look. Just doing job work. No hobby for me. Need to do some soon. I got a commission today. Forest bases as a Sigma. Oh, nice. Dry brushing with 50 models with 3 colours. Yeah. Prayer for your brushes as well. What do you mean by commission tips exactly? I mean, I'm only a modest commission painter. I mean, my commission work had pretty much dried out for a good while up until I managed to persuade John to let me start working on his stuff. That is a very good thing. I think you can also do exclamation mark Discord, and I think it's someone else. I don't think John has that set up. Or does he? I don't know. I was hoping John was going to make me a temporary mod for the day, for the evening, so I could do some linky things. So I was going to peddle something on Amazon that I've published a painting journal, which literally I just use for work whenever I'm working on projects. And I mean, you could just buy an old notebook, but yeah, literally when I'm stuck, I remember what I've done between stuff. Oh, there is a bot running. Fantastic. That works as well. That reminds me, I just set the... Ah! I've had a message on the Discord. I should grab the link. No, that's not the bloody thing. How that is... Where are you? Ah, where are you, Matt? So because I've got Discord running, I can't see anybody's names on Discord at the minute. So can you drop me a message first and I'll reply? Yeah, because I was forever forgetting what I did between commissions. Like there's a guy that I did my first ever commission for who approached me a couple of months ago, asking me if I could paint some more ultramarines, and I'm like, yes, I can, and I really hope I can remember what I did. Very basic paint job, but I still want everything I work on to match what I'd done before. So that's what prompted me to like basically make, because there's no actual proper painting journal. I wanted to look nice and snazzy, so I thought, okay, I'll just publish one myself, because it's literally just a notebook with just all those on every single page, and that at the top. Oh, it also has page 1 on every single page, so that is bad. I have to remove that when we do it. Which models did you use as your base, Nicholas? Oh, so I missed your message for us. Advice for an extended commission and keeping clients happy. So the way I do it is, So once I've taken on a commission from someone, I give them a rough outline of how long I think it's going to take, and I always put in the caveat, you know, I do have a full-time job and a nearly 3-year-old son, so I can't always guarantee it, but I will provide regular updates. So what I do with John, for example, I give him at least one update a week about where I'm at. Even if it's just to say how much time this week to do stuff, but I have done this little tiny bit, just so he knows what the score is. Regular picture updates. I mean, I'm usually I always throw the caveat in with all my commission work that I must be allowed to freely stream my progress, because otherwise I'm spending, because I, at least up until this break I just took in July, I'd only do my own stuff once a week. Any other painting sessions would be commission work. So if I was only allowed to stream once a week, then I wouldn't. It would be really hard to maintain interest in my streams. So yeah. Well, I'm now gonna try and balance out my painting time a bit more, because I've made next to no progress on my own backlog. So I think I'm gonna be try and get a 50-50 split, but more towards the commissions if there's an odd number of streams sessions a week. Beans on toast is awesome, especially if you put some cheese on it as well. Or you do cheese on toast with cheese on toast with beans on top. Yes, get me some of that. In fact, I'm feeling hungry now, even though partner made us curry this evening and I'm painting off camera. I mean, I did see a discussion briefly on the Discord about beans on toast, but it was one of those, because I've started a new job this last week, so I haven't really paid as much attention to Discord as I'd like, because I'm trying to make a good impression, so I'm not always on my phone. Cheese on top of beans on toast. Yeah, I do like that, but then I'm on these weird people. So my favourite sandwich to eat is, you spread pate, it can be any kind of pate that you like, on the bread. Nice thick white bread's the best, but any bread will also do. And then you spread dairy or any other cheese bread is also good on top, and then together sandwich. It's just amazing. Oh, my camera's not focusing on such a tiny head. That's the only grain you do on this head anyway. Just make sure I get right up to the edges. Not any grain needed on here. No. Fantastic. Right, so as promised, I'm now going to do, when I can find it, in my pile over here. So I've got models. Tell you what, I've got my light's got magnets on top of it, so I can stick these up here out of the way. So the stuff I'm working on myself at the minute on my heavy intercessors, they're about 80% done. But on my light, oh crap! On my light, I've got some magnetic strips on the back, so I can stick anything that's got magnets on the bottom on. And it keeps them out of the way of my painting area. Right, Of course, black. Right, yeah. There you go, found your last. There you go. So, Mark, I've just sent you the link to that thing rejiggy. Boom. There you go. You can pimp off my thing, but it's just as long as you don't mind the fact that every single page is page 1 on it. I need to redo it. See, I'm halfway through the book here. It's got page 1. I didn't think about that when I was doing it. Right, Corvus Black. Pimp my wares. Cheers, Mark. Mike Sliggy Bob. Right, so Corvus Black is now going to go on, so let's just throw it on to here. So that's going to be Oudblick. Because of the red on the of the main part of the pad. Don't know whether the camera will actually pick up the difference in the two blacks. I really missed. I wish I had my thing to brace my hand against when I'm coming in from this angle. So let's see, if I zoom in. There you can see, actually you can see it. So yeah, that's the black I'll use. And it just means you can, as I say, shade it. Oh, it's got black on the gold. Oh, it didn't. It's on the wing dashes of the gold. I saved it. Rest in peace, Mark's wallet. My new worker trying to murder me because they've got the canteen does amazing cooked breakfast, and it not expensive, but it's easy see myself trying to get it every morning. Evening, Juan. Ooh, the biologist. Nice. How are you approaching the white on that? Should that have been gold? Ah, this bit should have been gold. I missed a bit. Damn it. So let's get the gold out again later. Nope, paying off camera again, I'm sorry. You ever see this thing in the bottom corner? It's just my magnify. Don't panic. Just only panic if I'm peeling off camera. I still can't get... I've also... Because only in the last few months, my main... This camera used to be... Well, it's actually still there. It's on my computer, which is to my right. So I'm still getting used to the fact that I need to turn here if I'm addressing people directly rather than just half looking that way because I can get salty. Mostly, I mostly get salty around the whole thing with because I'm still salty about it since it changed. I missed the old second, well, the to wound chart they had up until 8th edition. I missed that table. I really dislike anything which removes dice rolls, so fate dice and the like, or anything that gives +1 to wound, because even though we had it and we greatly benefited from it, I disliked the mechanic. I mean, it is. I think it should be a modification to the strength or toughness, but I'm also of the opinion that the D6 needs to die at least. We need to go to a D10 or D20 model just to broaden the range. I'll stop there. So the way I'm tackling my my biologist, because I'm not really done anything much with it, but all I did, I sprayed him, primed with Ghost Grey, did it all over with Apothecary White contrast. I've just picked out some red bits because I felt like it one day because I had like some spare time. Then I'm probably then going to go back over with like all the lighter greys, like grey sear and got my called now. Maybe a little bit of Dawnstone here and there. That's the grey sear. Ulthra grey. That's the really lighter one. Administration. There's a really light grey that's not quite the Ulthram grey. Whichever one that is, that's one I want to use. Oh, it's the in the back channel. The look on the voice channels section, and it's lobby text. I agree, JT Money. That would be better. Oh, we've already had a post from Jason Trump in there. So yes, what I'll do is remind me if I forget. 9:30, so that's in 35 minutes for those 9 in the UK. We'll take a pause break and review everything that anybody has posted in there today. I'll share my screen. We'll talk about stuff. Maybe I'll pull out some models from the 2 boxes I have to my left, which are the boxes that contain models that I've mostly mostly game with at the moment. really want to. I want a handle to hold it up from above. Because I've got this is normal painting. No, this isn't the one. This one doesn't have sand in it. Where's my normal paint? Oh, same thing. This one just doesn't have. So what I do with some of these is I drill a hole in there, fill it with sand, and then fill up the hole just to give it a bit more base. But yeah, this is fantastic because so you're working around your model. Oh, I need to paint it upside down to be better, so you can now do that as well. Paint it upside down. Or you can, if you're painting something on the head, you can brace yourself like that and do it. So it's not as easy to do with the current range of painting handles, the one which have that grip on, because actually there's there. So you can hear sand in that one. I do have somewhere said painting handle of the smaller variety, but yeah, I'm not sure I agree like that. This handle grip better or worse, but I did need a big one for bigger models, so that's why I have this one. I could probably put a clothes hanger in it. It's got some holes in it. One thing I was really salty of, I was my first 2,000 point game playing against Necrons. In fact, actually my first edition game, it was only 1,000 points. The same thing happened actually. I took a 6-man Blade Guard veteran squad. There was only a -1 on the AP. It's fine. I can do all these 4-up saves. No, I made out of these are all damage 3 weapons as well. So out of 8, I failed 6. So 6 dead Blade Guard. Actually, it might not even have been. It might have been more worse AP, but obviously invulnerable save. Same thing. Still damage 3 and killed them dead. This is turn 1 as well. And that's a good chunk of points, especially when my Brutalis Dreadnought also died turn 1. So it's like 40+% of my army died turn 1. I wasn't happy. The dice gods are fickle. Yeah, I was saying like that. So yeah, oh crap, it's gone gold, rabbi. No, I'm fine. So yeah, then the Necron game, that was a 2,000 point game. That was, I made some tactical errors. I stupidly decided I'm going to try and, because I've got a couple of anti-fly weapons, and the Silent King has a fly keyword. I thought, okay, I'm gonna use it for the moment on Silent King. No, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just focused down some shit that was. Also, probably I deployed my 5-man Desolation Squad. I only took 5 men because this is a friendly game and I don't want to be that guy that takes all the overpowerful stuff. Also because I've only got 5 painted. And I do like to use... I don't believe in bad dice. I still use the same white dice that I've had forever. Got some red dice that I use now and then for. I use them mainly for wound counters, but sometimes I use them for stuff like single dice rolls. But they're just as well, I rarely get the first turn, and I still continue to roll those dice, and I'm like, oh, I could have done with having the first turn. Or those times when you don't want to go first, and you actually go first. You always get, basically, if I want to go first, I'll go second. If I want to go second, I always end up going first. Yeah, that could work actually. But then you don't get the benefit of God, that was a good catch. You don't get the benefit of if you don't move, you can ignore the indirect rules. I do like Hellblasters in an Impulsor though. That was actually one thing that went really well in the game. I had 5 Impulsors in a 5 Hellblasters in an Impulsor, and they did a ton of damage to a Necron unit that healed itself up a bit. And then, backed up by my Heavy Intercessors, they then next turn piled out the Impulsor and charged. Oh, because I also called it. I did Assault Doctrine, so I could do Advance and Charge. Did I? No. Can't remember what I did with them. Was that the turn I did the Assault Doctrine? I didn't lose by much overall at the end of the game. Well, we only got through 3 turns because my local club, we have to be out by 10, and we start at 7. Yeah, I do need to work on some Inceptors. I need to get some on my painting. I've got so much that I need to get on my painting table. But I'm also kind of waiting for Space Marine Codex to come out before I adjust what I'm actually painting. For myself, that is, obviously. So at the moment, I'm focusing on finishing off my Heavy Intercessors. I've just bought myself a Gladiator, so that's probably going to get painted at some point regardless, because I need some more armor. I do have a lot of armor, but a lot of it is going Legends. So here we go. So the only Primaris armor I have other than Dreadnoughts. Okay, that's just reminding me. Much like John, I get super salty about all the stuff that's got Legends. As most of you, or some of you, should know, I do like Dreadnoughts. I took an all Dreadnought army to a tournament in 9th edition. I have 5 Relic Contender Dreadnoughts. I have 1 Leviathan Dreadnought. I've got another Leviathan Dreadnought that I hadn't yet built. And now I'm like, that's like a good chunk of resin I can't use anymore. I've also got Sakaran, can't use that. So I am really, really tempted to, because my 30k army is Sons of Horus. I know, traitor, but I felt like I wanted to do a Traitor Legion, and I thought I'd be fantastic choice, the arch enemy. And now to just switch them to Blood Angels, because I've now got all these Dreadnoughts and tanks that I could just use. Heavy Intercessors are pretty awesome. The whole getting +1 to your save against damage 1 stuff is epic. There's one boarding actions game where my this is during 9th edition as well, and they still had you could do the strat. No, it was 10th editions. Yeah, it's a 10th edition boarding actions game. So yeah, my evidence there was charged into another. Oh, crap! I just used the wrong grey. I have to paint back over that. Say wrong grey. I was using grey when I should be using black. Yeah. So yeah, as I was saying, so my Heavy Intercessors charged into another squad of Heavy Intercessors. We're both getting just 2 saves against each other because we both had the +1 save. That was like a standstill. I think think I was on top because when I charged, I think I pulled the Blood Angel boarding action strat where you can get exploding sixes. Yeah, Juan, I bought the Blood Angel Leviathan body, and then I bought the arm, the plastic arms, and yeah, I'm just like, really, so not fair. Well, I've also got 2 Dreadnought drop pods. Can't use them anymore. Do love a Dreadnought drop pod. Speaking of drop pods, has anybody actually tried, just for the lol, charging a drop pod into combat because the rules is written you can? I mean, I'm probably not going to do it unless it's completely and utterly just going to be funny for the game. Because I'm not that kind of player that tries to exploit rules, but if it's like going to make no difference to the game, I thought, yeah, let's just charge a drop pod in. Because it's got no attacks, but it could tie a unit up still. Oh, yeah, I took my Dreadnoughts. It was a Tempest of War tournament, so I preferred Tempest of War in 9th edition. So I'm pretty glad we've got the amalgam that you can do kind of both now in one game format. But yeah, it was. I won 1, lost. Yeah, it was only, won 1, lost 2. But let me see, one of my games was against the Guard just after they'd come out, so they were like massively strong, and I got tabled pretty quickly. Also went against Votan, who I hadn't played against before, so I had no idea what I was supposed to be doing, and all their AP shenanigans were just annoying as fuck. But Fuzz, you say that though, you've got no melee weapons, so tank shock won't actually do anything, will it? Because you have to use the strength. You compare the strength of your roll a d6 for each pepper strength. Add 2 if it's stronger. Then yeah. I don't think you can track tank shock. Well, you could, but nothing would actually happen of it. No, it goes off on strength, which is why it's really good for which Dreadnought is it? It's a strength 14 Dreadnought. So I think I saw strength 12, but there is one strength 14 Dreadnought. No, it's not though. It's the Warsuit. That's got strength 14 on its combat weapons. So that can be pretty brutal. Black bits are going to be on here. Done the axe, crims, and inferno pistol. Just need to touch over this bit again. Best, even though it is my standard Libra. Oh yeah, yes. The way my luck went in that Ekron game as well. I took a Libby Dread with the intention of throwing throw my Blade God with the Judicature halfway up the board. And naturally, turn 1, I rolled a 1. And then rolled 3 on the mortal wounds and failed every single feel no pain save. Under armor. Black. Black. That's what we've got so far. Yeah. Yeah, and yes, and there's the same thing with the Blade Guard happened later. I'd rolled too many under 4s on lots of dice against high damage weapons. It's just like, come on, give me a break. Alright, let's do, because I feel like I haven't painted nearly enough red yet, i.e. none. I'm going to paint some red. Corn red. This is going to go on the tabard, so start with corn red as the base. Shake that up. Oh, there's only some blips in it. Oh wait, I didn't do any. Is there any black on the jump back or? No, not on the jump pack. And not on the face. Oh, maybe for the eyes. I'm going to need my smaller brush for the eyes. Interestingly, there's a, I'm not the only Blood Angel player at my club. A guy called Simon. He's got a fantastic, mostly firstborn army. Where he's going to proxy up to Primaris, so he's just going to put Tactical Marines, Intercessors, just because he just doesn't want to get any Primaris stuff. I do love my Libby Dread. I feel like I'm going to have to show mine off in a minute. In fact, when we get to 9:30, don't forget, anybody who wants to show off anything they're working on or anything they've recently finished, drop it into the lobby text channel on the Blood Angel Commander Discord, and in 15 minutes we're going to do a showcase. That's the word I was looking for, because I like to see what people are working on. I think I'll have to go back out. Oh crap. So this might not be on camera because I'm getting quite close in. Just touching up around the eyes. Also, my camera isn't focusing on it because it's tiny. Tiny piece. Also hope you appreciate our choice of attire this evening. Let's get in. It teleported a 5-man Death Company squad with fists and a jump chopper and 9-inch from Angron. They made the charge and nuked him. Nice. 3D printers have been busy lately. So I really, really wish I had space in this little tiny room I have for a 3D printer. Also, no money. I just can't justify the expense. And I'd have to sacrifice something from the room. I mean, we've got this entire. I've got I've got my computer all across this one because there's 3 screens on it. Then there's just that wall there with my paints on it. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of room for where I could put a 3D printer. Nice. That is a good thing. My last list. What did I do on my last list? I can't because it's on this phone. Used Whirlwind, 5 Hellblasters, Impulsor, Hellblasters, Blade Guard. Let's get this before I think my coffee so I can lift this up easier. Didn't use that. Oh, use the Sanguinor. Intercessors, Heavy Intercessors, Incursors, Judicia, Lieutenants. I think I had a Lieutenant on the 10-man Intercessor squad just because I played a game week against Knights. There's only 1,000 points, but my 10-man Intercessors with doing exploding 6s, lethal hits, sustained and lethal hits, and doing the thing to give 5 up on it. It took off a lot of wounds off a Knight. Actually, it wasn't against Knights. It was against Chaos with a Knight in the list, and then I finished off with my Brutalis charging in, tank shocking the hell out of it. It was amazing. I loved it. One teleports where aggressive grabs cats in a passport. That would be awesome. Finish my blade. Oh, nice. Stick them all in the lobby text. I like to see everything. 10 minutes till we go to it. Gonna need. Yeah, I want to try that as well. I just haven't painted mine up. So I was half at. So the poll that I put up, well, the poll that I asked John to put up for me, on what I was going to paint tonight, I was hoping that people are either going to pick my Gladiator or something from a Pile of Shame, because if it was Pile of Shame, I was going to do my Company Champion. That is still in the box somewhere. That's weird. Natives. See, somewhere up there. Sometimes I wish I'd left him off off base, so you can get to bits easier. Hey, Alan Phoenix. Oh, just rub it in. Alan Phoenix. Obviously, I'm working on this Dante, and then I've got another one here because this one's mine. Stay. Where is the? Oh, there he is. There's the. So it's the chat. Oh, nice. If you've got pictures, stick him in that channel. Extreme mode. If any of you have posted anything in there, if your Discord name is different from your YouTube name, can you just edit your post just to say what your name is, just so I can tally you all up? So the one thing that is going to be a shame once I do get around to doing my Dante is I'm going to be retiring the custom Dante, custom Primaris Dante I built based off the Ragnar model a couple of years ago. That model did me some good, even when his rules were terrible. I'm going to have to get him out to show you all once during this showcase. Technically can't use them anymore because I think the base is smaller. Aha! Nice. I'll try and remember that when we get there. I'm liking all these pictures appearing. Keep them coming. We've got 4 more minutes till the showcase. Hey, Gregory Cully. I see you've just posted in the lobby text as well. Bring it all on. Actually, the break for the lobby text will be good because it means I can give chance for these mixed coats to all dry properly, so I can then go into the full-on second coat. Because I want to get this as smooth as possible. It's rare. I actually was thinking that it's rare that I've I use zero airbrush on a model these days. Oh, look at the state of the gold on the bottom of that foot. It's a good job I'm painting them black, which I should have done when I had the black out. There we go, that's coming along nicely. Right, so I'm going to take a quick comfort break, and then we're going to crack into the lobby text. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. And I'm back. Right, let's go straight into the showcase. So, stick on. Boom. Right, so first up we got the Jason Thrum. Showing you from Outriders, looking nice. Looking nice. Do you like the highlights? Blade guard as well. You got to have some blade guard. I do love that. I don't know why. I really like that lieutenant model. I haven't actually used him in the game yet though. You got Dina kids. I don't know how to. Oh yeah, you said about because you do. Who was that? You said about doing your death company. Who was that? Scrolling up. I can't remember. Who, can't find you, but ooh. Yeah. Those are looking very nice. Yes, I do like the. I do like them. I do love this chaplain as well. I'm actually using this chaplain model for my boarding action squad. In fact, I can show you mine. Show you mine. You can show me yours, I'll show you mine. Wait, what? Turn off the thing. So yeah, here's mine. Just trying to angle it the same as. I do really like yours. We've gone for similar colours. I've gone for a different. I've gone for a not a non-red tabard. But yeah, I really do like yours. Oh, hello, Nick. There you are. Sorry, I forgot your name. I am terrible sometimes with my memory. Yeah, yeah, I really do like your work on there. Base work as well, really nice. Then we have Huang Thunder with the Iron Hands Grandfather Feroz, I want to say. I think his name is. Looking good so far. We have yeah, the biologist, also looking nice so far. Dante, yes, it's a good start. Was that finished? Can't reach. Oh yeah, were these work in progress or was the Dante in progress? You better stand with. Oh yes, you see this one. You can zoom in more. I know it's struggling for us like bigger. Zoom in. Yeah. I am looking. Sorry, my screens have just gone all funky because I'm putting everything everywhere. There we go. I can see the chat again. My mouse is still nice. 3D printed Dante in some regard. Nice. Is the Dante also based on Samregard model? I'm definitely going to dig on the Dante to show you all because I do like to show them off. I love a Storm Raven. Now they can carry all the Dreadnoughts. I think they made the last thing on them. They've actually. Did you say if you managed to manage them? The attack meta is definitely a thing. Ooh. Some Blade Guard, Timmy Chaplain, Focus Librarian, Normal Chaplain, Biologist, and Ballista Dread. Well, I still need to start. Mine's only sprayed red so far. I haven't got around to touching him yet. But yeah, do like it red. That's a nice red. Just close the doors. That's the one. That's the wake of the boy. But it was designed as Dante, but was the same as. Oh, nice. Fair enough. And Gregory Cully working on the eyes. Did you paint them white and then drop in some contrast or shade? I take a different approach. What do? I do black and then paint the bottom half with whatever colour is going, and then do a dot of white in the corner, which you can probably see. Oh, I can't see if I really do love the new Stern Guard models. I really hope they do come in a multi-part kit. But they just look so awesome. I don't know what it is about them, but even the shoulder pads. Yeah, so for a second I thought you did custom shoulder pads on them, but then yeah, they're the shoulder pads. Then we have more from One Thunder. I'm a big fan of the Brutalis Dreadnought. I'm still really. So my plan is to get 3 to do the triumvirate of the Furioso. So I've done one Death Company style. I'm going to do one Librarian Dreadnought style. I'm going to do one normal style. I've got 2. I've done one, the Death Company one. I'm going to do a Librarian one next, and then I need to get myself a 3rd to do a normal one. He's still going to clack. The Librarian one is still going to count as a Brutalis Dreadnought. I just want him to look like a Librarian Dreadnought because I think just having the 3 is going to look amazing. But as with all my projects, yeah, I get sidetracked so often, so it's falling down there. Right, one thing with the Brutalis Dreadnought and the Brutalis. I've forgotten the name of the new Dreadnought, even though I said it like a minute ago. But the thing is, why doesn't the new Dreadnought have something on the top like the Brutalis does? The Brutalis is better at shooting than the new Dreadnought. No, Brutalis. Why is my brain is just gone? Nice big aggressors even. Captain. this one? Enhance. Heavy. Heavy intercessor. We've got some intercessors, heavy intercessors, servitors, Atheri, Mephiston, Chaplain. Is that? I can't tell what that is. The flowballs that nobody uses. We got more of the new Termi captain and the biologist, the original 8th edition captain. Nice collection you're building up here. I like it. Oh, I see a wee drop pod. I see a Redemptor Dreadnought, Landspeeder, rest in peace. ATV, which I've rage quit painting my ATVs. Ballistus, yeah, Ballistus Brutalis. Yeah, Ballistus Brutalis. That's There we go. Thank you. Sangard style Brutalis. That would be interesting as well. Yeah. So we saw that one. Oh, Leviathan Dreadnought. Rest in peace. Is that Captain Carlian? Oops. Biologist, Veros dude. Nice. I think I've got this. I think I've got the same boiler as you. Random tangent. Yeah, Gladiator. Actually, I've got one down there. I have to look at for my name. Just you've got a lot of stuff to be working through. I'll just use these arrows. Nice. Blade Guard are pretty effing awesome, aren't they? This guy as well. This guy's calmly cleaning his sword. One thing that I see a lot of people like pale symbols on the rag. I was like, well, no, why would you clean your sword with something from the enemy, the arch enemy? No, you want to use a normal rag. Nice. So we're on to Chronosian. Dante. Let's go look on. So this is your custom Dante. Nice. Oh, I like it. I was actually using the Dante model. I didn't twig that first. Nice. Ooh. I do like those shields. Those shields are awesome. Where are they from? I feel like I need these in my life. Any more for if anybody else wants to show off some stuff? I'm going to show off some stuff now, otherwise. Let's get your box on. See if you want to show off in here. There's only more Blade Guard and... Because with this other box, I'll put a sheet in the lid and all the model key for that. Be swapping with switch back to my breaking your knuckles full game. Yeah. Oh, nice. Right, so what's that in my logo on this my profile picture? This is what I think is my best painted model. So I do feel like I need to show them off. My first attempt to do a non-metallic metal. So including on the red. So I sprayed the whole thing black, painted them all up. Airbrushed them with corn red, and then just gradually build up the layers of the red, and then the gold on the chest piece. That's all non-metallic metal. The obviously the metallic on the gun is non-metallic metal, and then I don't know. I can't remember how I did this with the shoulder pad with the yellow. It goes from like a brown up to a yellow. That I was just like, I was so pleased with that, and now I can't remember how the hell I did it. I've got my Judas here that I use. Painted them quite quickly because I was wanting to paint other things from the box, which is not my best. But yeah, as I mentioned, as I promised, I would. I'm going to show you my librarian dreadnought, based off the Achilles dreadnought. Literally very little conversion work. Literally all I did was add that wing drop thing and a blood drop thing there. I didn't do glue on the second gun on the left hand because it obviously doesn't have one. And there's supposed to be like little armor bits on these metallic bits, which I didn't use because, well, partly because I lost one, and also because I didn't want to use them anyway. So that was some great fun to do. So I do have a second one, which I thought I could do a second one. And as I mentioned earlier about what my triumvirate of the Furioso, so I do have my Brutalis Dreadnought, complete with the actual Death Company torso bit. Spent ages holding him in place so the glue would hold to make him stand on that one leg and in the sprinting pose. It almost got to the point where I was going to, because it just wasn't holding in the right pose. I was just getting to the point where I was like, stop this, I'm gonna have to pin the damn thing. I've never had pin plastic before, so that's that guy. Oops, get down there. There we go. Anything in this box? Now I'm gonna. So this is the scary bit. Anytime I do this with this lid, especially because my intercessors only have one magnet on the. No, actually, I forgot there's two. But my incursors only have one. And thank you very much. One. Yes, I did. It was all right to do. I think did I actually. I won't be able to tell on the camera, but I did actually do stubble on their head. It's like I glazed over with some grey. I need to actually redo that transfer. That transfer is too shiny. I mean, here's I got it right. Right, and then I'm going to show you one more model. Has anybody else posted yet? No. If anybody else does want to show off anything, do please do so into the lobby text channel, and I'm going to find out which box my Dante is in, because I need to show my Dante off. Do see gold in here, but it's mostly sound regard. One thing I can show off: my chaplain on bike. Nothing special about him, just box art, but with red on the shoulder pad. Dante going to begin. He's going to be on the bottom boxes because I haven't been aging. So my Dreadnought robots. That fortunately wasn't anything to worry about. My Dante. He's in my Dreadnoughts. I have many boxes. There he is. So this guy has been my Primaris Dante for a couple of years, based on the Ragnar Blackmane model. Used a good chunk I've used the original forearms and weapons of Dante, obviously the backpack. Used the chest piece from the Blood Angel Lieutenant. And then I used a Sanguinary Guard shoulder pad, another random shoulder pad for that one, and a couple of random bits on there just to cover off the. I think I did show off your one. I can go back again if you like. So yeah, the base size is different. So I won't really be able to use them unless I get a base extender, which effort. So yeah, that I really love this conversion. Even though I had when I was doing cutting up an actual Dante model, I had to had to cut away Dante's body from his head rather than his head from his body, so snipping off bits of his body. It was almost painful. That's my Dreadnought box. Can I show off another Dreadnought? Let's show off one more Dreadnought, and then I'll go again to. Is there anything I missed? Not. Just my sound guard. Word scissors. Oh my sanguinary priest. He hasn't seen anything in 10th edition yet. I've also did a Death Company Gravis Captain, and we now can't do Death Company Captains, so I kind of need to buy another one to do a proper paint job. He's also magnetised to have any of the options. Okay, one more Dreadnought. I forget room to put this down here. One more Dreadnought, and then we'll go back to painting. Oh, Juan Thunder's just posted his thing in Discord. I will show that off in a minute when I can put this down without everything going all the way. So slow magnetisation needed. So I forgot the name of it because I've not talked about him in a while, but there is a there's a magnet to come on as well. The Heresy Dreadnought that Bludgers could take with the jump pack. I had to get one, even though I can never use them as such in the game, but here he is in superhero landing pose. But he is fully magnetised, so that I can use him as a standard contender Dreadnought, including that thing, Cyclone Missile Launcher. Although I didn't do an amazing job with covering up the magnets. The green stuff didn't really work that well. So yeah, you can have any of the weapon options that I have arms magnetised for. So twin Volcan or multi melters. Yeah, if I can get myself some more multi melters. Actually, I'll leave my Dante out. I can just do some comparison when I'm painting. If I get myself some more multi melter and power fist arms, I could use all my Dreadnoughts again. But then, why would you wait all those Dreadnoughts? Just trying to get everything out right so I can carry on painting. Oop, try clean up. Right. Yeah, he is. Yeah. Right, and just because it's just been posted, here is Juan Thunder's like chaplain. He's looking really nice. Yes. Yeah, if anybody ever wants to share anything with the thing, just say put it in Discord, and we'll do some show offs. All right, back to work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do another layer of one red all over this tabard. I need some more corn red on my palette. If anybody does have any questions, like if they want tips on anything, or like, I'm not. So I do get comments about that. My painting is really good, but I am not the best painter in the world. I am not an artist. I'm going to say, I basically follow lots of guides. I can't freehand, but I can get consistent results. Just probably what John likes using me to paint some of his stuff to help him clear some of his backlog. And I can be quick. I say quick. Still wish Dante Moses was a bigger. That would be nice. I mean, lore-wise, there is a way to bring Sanguinius back. I don't want it to happen. I think the whole thing with the Blood Angels is Sanguinius died and sacrificed himself for the good of the Imperium and the Emperor. But there is a way in the lore that he could come back to life. Hear me out. So, how many of you have read the... there's an omnibus of books which is more like beta canon than proper canon. But it features a character called Raffen. Or is it Rafen? Because his brother... Was it Archeo? Basically, there was a bit of a hoo-ha with a corrupt inquisitor corrupted half the Blood Angel chapter, and there's this the brother of Raffen basically seemingly it was like a second coming Sanguinius. Pause there. What do you stick? What do you use stick jump pack and header? Oh, I just use super glue. Because I'll be cutting it away from there, so even if I cut into the plastic a bit, this bit of black is going into the model, and on the jump pack I just super glued into the hole where it sticks onto. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually drill a hole in and then super glue the cocktail stick in there, but I didn't really feel out to that. Anyway, as I was saying with the lore for Sanguinius coming back, so in the third book, so the whole thing was so Raffen is on Baal, and there's this apothecary who's the whole thing. Everybody's trying to find a cure to the Black Rage, and an apothecary basically creates a. Oh no! Yeah. So everyone's trying to find a cure to the Black Rage. Also, this apothecary was trying to bring after the whole issue with what happened with Archeo and Raffen. A lot of the Blood Angel chapter was killed, so they're looking at a way to try and increase the recruitment rate. So basically, they again there was the whole thing with Fabius Bile posing as a scientisty thing that was helping out said apothecary, and they create this like Astartes warrior from a vat, like a cloney thing, and as they consumed blood, they got stronger, and they even consumed the blood from the. I was worried about not being able to get the super glue off. I assume that says it's hidden behind a thing on the chat. Yeah, I mean, I just use Gorilla super glue. So, yeah, this cloney thing managed to get into where the Red Grail was stored and drank the blood of Sanguinius, and it just made him more and more powerful. He then got the sense of what he was really after, which was because he got a little bit of Sanguinius blood, he wants all of Sanguinius's blood. And Sanguinius's body is held in deep in the Arx Angelicum in stasis, and they're basically trying to go after that. So I don't know whether that is actually pure lore correct. That's where Sanguinius' body is, but they could make it so if not. And then there's a whole other story about how Sanguinius' soul is kind of caught up in the what's the name of Horus's flagship? Basically, it's where Sanguinius died. So there could be something where they get the body, take it to said flagship, and merge the two together, do some kind of weird thing to reanimate him, and then he's alive again. Please don't do that, Games Workshop. But if they're going to do it, that's the way they should do it, in my opinion. Ooh, my club's just posted something for the final game of the Crusade. So I've got to do a quick reply on something. I'm saying there's a chance. Slight tangent there. Need to get my 2 cents in because we're doing a big, massive multiplayer finale for boarding actions. So we did one last Wednesday, and when you've got multiplayer, you can only fight in combat if it's your turn. So if you get charged, you can't fight back, and that actually reduces the number of times you can fight over the course of a game by half. So we're talking about house rolling it, so you're allowed to fight back once per battle round, but only against a player whose turn it is. So if you're player A and player B charges you, at the moment they could do some damage, you can't do any damage back. Player C then charges you, and you haven't had your turn yet. They fight you, and then you can't fight back again, and that's horrible, I think. Has anybody else played multiplayer boarding actions? Got any thoughts? There's one little bit of tab I haven't got to. Well, it's still kind of wet, still on the palette. Let's get this gold on here that I missed. Marcus, I would love to give you tips on dry brushing, but I rarely dry brush. The only thing I dry brush is bases, for the most part. I mean, my only tip for dry brushing in general... Wait, hang on, where's my gold gone? So I need to get some gold out. Well, it's just still there. No, it's the wrong gold. My only probably tip is, I don't have it myself, but I see a lot of people, when you put your brush into whatever paint you're using, and then you rub it off on rub it off on like tea towel, kitchen towel or whatever. But that dries the paint a bit too much. I'm associating with like that by like dry brush palettes, where it's literally just like lots of texture, plastic texture. That you do it that way. So maybe you should do that. Whilst you're still getting used to the consistency that you need to get, maybe just get a bit of sprue just to do it on, or do it on the back of your thumb. My thumb's always covered in paint because I'll use my thumb as a testing point, like just to make sure I've got the consistency of what I'm doing right. Especially also with whenever I'm glazing, I do it on my thumbnail because you kind of only just want to see what you're doing when you're glazing. Obviously, I'm not glazing at the minute. And if I don't wash my hands properly between my painting session and going to work the next day, like just like the back of my thumbs, because you don't always wash the back of your thumbs. Sometimes I still have like paint all over them, and I get some weird questions. You paint your nails? No, I just paint. I mean, how do you currently do your dry brushing? Let's start with there, and then we can see if there's anything you're either not doing quite right or just need adjusting on. Indeed. Yeah, fine. If you're ever painting something, like, say I'm painting this bit on this axe at the minute, which was completely out of focus. I apologise. And then I looked at the screen just to read what the messages coming in, and then completely forgot what I was painting. I was like, what was I just painting? Is it down here somewhere? No, it was a bit. These are hand tattoos. Okay, I've never seen that. I mean, I don't have any tattoos anywhere. Not something I've ever wanted. I have briefly entertained the notion of getting the Blood Angel symbol on my left upper army shoulder area, but I don't have the build to make it look good. I'm scrawny. At least I used to be. I'm now getting a proper dad bod, so they're scrawny, but still no real muscles to me because I'm lazy. Although there is a gym at my new place of work, so maybe I'll finally actually see the inside of one. Especially as it's actually the building for it's beyond the building where my office currently is. Once I get used to working there, we'll see. Nice. Now, I don't get a chance to watch many streams myself. I mainly watch, obviously, John, and then usually, when I'm streaming myself, I'll usually, if there's somebody I've followed before on Twitch, I'll usually raid them. A little black on that shot I've had over there, and then watch them for a bit. Sometimes, if I've like been raiding myself and I've got lots of viewers, and there's nobody that I normally raid on, I'll like look through the Warhammer streamers and raid them and chat for a bit. It's true when you're painting almost black over black, you can't quite see always where you've actually. Why am I being so careful? This is going to be red on the inside, so we can cover up any mistakes after. So that's one tip. So say you're doing your first base coats anywhere. You don't have to always be completely careful on where the paint goes, because if you're going to be painting over what you might get some paint on later anyway, Doesn't matter. So look, I'm gonna doesn't matter. I've got paint on there because I'm gonna be painting over that later. Because that's gonna be red. In fact, that's probably what I paint next, and I need that to dry now. It's probably a bad idea if I did that. So, my process when I paint it fit red. My process when I'm painting anything, the main colour of a model, I paint to pretty much completion, and then all the other colours, I kind of batch the bases for them all, batch the shading, because quite a lot of them use the same shade, and then once I've done the shade, I then focus on each colour's further layers and highlights. But because at least then that way, the main colour looks awesome because you finished it, and then you've got all the base colours and all the shades done, and then it's almost about ready, so I can take it to a game if I wanted to get it to a game sooner. Right, time for everybody's favourite colour to use, which is hiding somewhere on my table. Can you guess what colour I'm looking for before I find it? Found every other variation of the colour that I use, but not the base. Did I put it back up there? No, I didn't. Because normally I keep all my paints on this thing. But when I'm in mid-project, I keep all the paints I'm in the middle of using on the back. Oh, there it is, on the table. So now it is time for the best colour in the Games Workshop range. It's Mephiston Red time. Oh yeah. Although I don't use Mephiston Red for the majority of my base work, I use Brilliant Red Contrast and Airbrush because that looks. So this model, for example, that is Brilliant Red Contrast, and then 2 or 3 passes of what Evilson Scarlet for an airbrush afterwards. Just pick it up. It's bad. Oh. I really dislike the build on this model because the pad is slightly, it wasn't in one piece. Why Games Workshop thought having a shoulder pad in multiple pieces was a good idea, I don't know. Right, so Mephiston Red is purely for that shoulder pad. There is going to be red on all the blood drop gems everywhere, but I'm going to do them. I'd always do them as one dedicated step at the end, so we'll ignore that. Dip an unpainted dry brush in Dark Reaper. Work it into the brush till mostly dry, and then it gets just the other. And yeah, I only use the Games Workshop dry brushes as well. And I've got this one. I've also got the old school. Wow, somewhere it calls it the tank brush. See this I've got this one as well, but the bristles are all a bit manky, so I don't use this one as much anymore, but it does have some use. But yeah, this one. I think I've got a new down here. I just found my other thing. I like medium dry brush as well. That's pretty good. Right, let's get my favourite colour on here, and then I'm going to work on all the whites. Well, I say white. I don't use white, but haven't tried them out much. And I mean, there's some people that just use makeup brushes as well. It depends. Yeah, it's probably something. Just get a load of old sprue, spray them black, and then just practice different techniques, practice different levels of how much you wipe off and stuff. Maybe I've seen some people make a dry brush palette out of like random spare bits, just glue to a flat bit of something. That was a dry bit of paint. Yeah, let's pick that off. So as I say, I'm not the best at dry brushing, so my advice is probably very terrible. I'm going to go quite a lot over that little parchment at the bottom of the pad, just so I can make sure I get into all the corners and all the edges. I'm not too bothered if I go onto the trim of the shoulder pad, because normally I do the trims after anyway. I was only mainly did them when I did because I wanted to show off the difference between the undercoat black and Corvus black. I really hate base coating. Oh, there's another dry bit of paint that's kind of got there. I hate base coating over black sometimes, just because you get, when you get the first coat down, you're thinking, oh, this looks so terrible. How am I going to get this smooth? As I say, I've literally just got some onto the trim. So I'll get back to them anyway. So is anybody working on anything right now that's not said what they're working on? Or anybody who's like since changed what they're working on? Check something on OBS. Nice.
Oh, yeah, need to wait for that to dry a bit. You red. No. No. Anything I need to touch up while I wait for that to dry? Probably just over the gold on the bit I was just doing gold. So I'll start on the white stuff now, just to give that red a chance to fully dry. Otherwise, I'm going to be pulling half-dried paint everywhere, and nobody wants that. I think I need to get myself some more grease here. I've got some, might have some more. We'll see. Shouldn't be too much. So with white, I rebase everything's going to be white or near white with grease here again. I guess here again, there's no grace here on this one so far, but yeah, I use grace here as the base. Because it usually needs at most 2 coats to get it where it needs to be. Sometimes 1. Because a lot of the time I don't need it to have perfect coverage because I'm going to be shade like for this example, I just shade. I'll be shading this with Norn oil, and then I'll be going in with increasingly lighter greys to pick out the highlights and layers and highlights. So it doesn't matter if it isn't quite smooth because it'll just get smoothed out with the next layers. It's purely just to provide the base for where the Norn oil to sit on. I might switch brushes again, just because trying to get around the edges of this without going onto the armour. Actually, don't infiltrators for the night. My knives are tired, is mate. But then you drag me back in with the great tips. Well, I'm happy to give any tips on anything that I know. So if there is anything you want to ask, just holler. No, I said I was going to do it twice. I'm going to make it a third. So this is the second time I'm going to say it. There'll be one more time when I say it when it comes to the end of the stream. If any of you watching have Twitch Prime, i.e. the freebie you get from having Amazon Prime, and you haven't used it on anyone, I'd very much appreciate if you could just drop me your free sub for the month over my Twitch channel, which is linked down in the description, or you just go to twitch.tv/Mike Chili with 2 L's. Because I'm not looking after this stream tonight for any money or anything. John's not giving me anything. I just thought I'd do it because I wanted to keep interest in this channel going whilst he's having such amazing growth lately. So yeah, if you do have it just sat there not being used on anyone, please feel free to drop me a sub. Of course, you can always also follow me on my Twitch channel. Just generally, I do stream most evenings. Usually not on Wednesdays because that's my game night. And if I don't have a game, I'll probably be watching John's game if he's playing. So yeah, every Monday night, because I always do Mondays for Mike. So every Monday night I paint my stuff. Unless I'm literally just about to finish a commission and I just want to get it finished, I will always, Monday nights will be my stuff. So at the moment I'm working on my heavy intercessors, which I just want to get finished. After I do them, I'll be back on the Leviathan content. And then the rest of the week when I'm streaming, I'm now going to start doing 50-50 split between my stuff and commission work, just because I do need to spend more time for me. But so I will stream most Tuesdays, probably most Thursdays, but it depends on how late I get back from my games on Wednesdays, because sometimes I just need like a little break. I might like do an offline painting session, and then just not stream. Fridays, again, I do usually stream on a Friday, but it depends on if I end up going out or if I get back late from, because I normally do the weekly shopping on a Friday night because I'm so rock and roll like that. So it depends how long I'm like that. How tired I am in the week. Stream most Saturdays and stream most Sundays. If you want to drop me a follow over on the old Twitch. I did try streaming on YouTube at the same time, but my YouTube channel is terrible. I need to create content. I don't really create much in the way of content because I have no video editing skills or time really to do it. Yeah, I do have my own Discord, but it is not very. It doesn't have a lot to it. Because I'm on too many other Discords and I completely forget that I've got my own. So it's not really worth joining my Discord because I don't post anything in it unless people tag me and stuff. I'm always in the back Discord anyway. In fact, I spend most of my time either in that one or my local gaming groups one. So yeah, it's pretty much just those two Discord channels I'm in. wondering why I'm being so careful going up to the school, because I'm going to pick the school over this way as well. Sometimes I too much of a perfectionist. I'll make sure I don't get paint where I don't want the paint. I'm hopefully going to be doing another commission for John at the end of the month for another gladiator. The first commission I did for him was a gladiator. I magnetised for all the options, and I am going to do the same again for him. Just so if the Lancer does go, as we will all predict, it will probably get a points bump. So at least if there's another gladiator option that works, you can switch it out. I'm just going to take a quick comfort break. I'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh. So I shifted my phone when I was transform. Where's transform? There it is. Rotate 90 degrees. Clockwise. There we go. That's better. So I put my phone whilst I was getting up and completely messed up the ratio. Yeah, I think it's probably going to be like 20-30 points. I imagine 10-point bump isn't that much. Hi, Crispy Delicious. Welcome. How are you this evening? What are you doing? What are you working on? This might be slightly off camera just because it's I need to sort out getting a clothes hanger on this or something just so I can brace my hand above it. That's getting a bit dry. Let's get back to the white. Just get that for ice cream. We'll work on some blade. Oh, nice. I do like blade guard. I have 6. I have more I could assemble and paint because I've just got some from various other kits over time as one does. So I might do more. What's your favourite flavour ice cream? Just realised I haven't finished doing that yet. Sorry, with my need to go to the toilet. Hi, Carter. What did I just ask? I just asked what's your favourite flavour ice cream. That's what I asked. I don't. At least that's what I meant to ask. But since you bring it up, Jason, is a hot dog a sandwich? I say no because it's one piece of bread. It's more like a baguette. No. Roll. Yeah, but it's definitely not a sandwich. why does your software dev mind? What is your logical reasoning for deducing that it is a sandwich? Make your case. It's definitely going to need another coat, especially a bit on the back there. Was there a 360 image of the Game Workshop website? Because I could do with just there's like a little circle on the bits around his ankle, these bits. There's the skull faces you, and there's like a circle around it. Let me see what colour that is. So I'm hoping they've got the usual 3D of it. Oh, okay. I have to go up the goal then. Yes, Carter. Yeah, John is taking a well-deserved break, and I have kindly offered to fill in for him, just to keep the channel going. I mean, you will have seen John using a lot of the stuff I've painted. I think a lot of stuff. Because I do his commissions. So his Gladiator, his Vindicator Laser Destroyer, his when he was using it the siege drill Tarax, his Boardsman at Arms. What else did I paint for him? His Dreadnought, that Ironclad Dreadnought that is never used. Hot Dog isn't his own class of food, a subclass, and the class of sandwich is its own class of carb food. I mean, yeah, but it's not two pieces of bread. That's what I think makes it not a sandwich. I mean, yes, you could make that argument, and I could not think of a counter argument for that. Because there's nothing to stop you from having the milk warmed up as well. So okay, back Imposter. What do you think of the state of play? Yeah, 3 of the things I last painted. 3 of the 4 things in the last commission. Technically, you can't use anymore. Yeah, the Terax, the Dreadnought, and the Vindicator. Yeah. I've done 5 units in total for him. So he's got his Gladiator. Obviously, that's good. So the only other thing he can really properly use as is without calling it something else is Voidsman. State of the game though. Hello, James Richards. Welcome. So state of the game, I think it's good. It's the same thing kind of happened with when 8th just came out during the index phase. There was a lot of adaptation needed, and whilst everything just had all the index rules, it's very basic. So once we actually start seeing some proper codices, I think we'll get a better idea for how the game is going to go. Now, can I get this brush round to the back side of that without getting paint where I've already painted? No, I have just got some white paint, not grey paint, where I don't want it. Can I rub it out? Yeah. So obviously we're not really know how we're going to fare as Blood Angels until at least until the first. Okay, so this Dante isn't for John. Dante is for another member of the community, Bainesy. The next commission I'm doing for John is a gladiator. Unless he changes his mind between now and then. Oh, I think that's why I pay on there. No, just. So legends-wise, I reckon all of the Predator tanks are going to go. I think all the Blood Angels Dreadnoughts are safe. Yeah, they're not going to make another Dante for about 50 years, no. I think. I think Tycho's got to go Legends if it was up to me, but I don't think that will happen until until we get our codex. I could see. I think Tycho and Corbulo are going to go Legends, at least the models as they are. We might get a new Corbulo model. I reckon the Martyrs and Astaroth will stay as they are. Although they should get, they need resculpts really, but the models don't look too terrible. Yeah, I did see a comment with somebody, but that things that somebody had emailed the customer services, and they've been wrong before on such responses. So said that no longer available online thing that was in response to. Was it on the Blood Angels channel? Was it on the Blood Angels group on Facebook that I saw it? But no longer available online doesn't mean it's withdrawn. It's just it's not currently. Well, it actually says it's not currently available online. I think it's because it's not available because they've run out of stock and they haven't yet rotated the production cycle to reproduce them, so they can't really say that they're gonna. Because they can't really promise that there's gonna be more stock because they have to, make them, and because of the limited capacity and and how with all the amount of stuff they have to do every time they change what they're actually producing and the amount of time it takes. So I know the Sangregard is safe. I've got a feeling that Sangregard will get the Terminator approach. They'll do new Sangregard, but they won't be Primaris Sangregard. They'll just be better scaled Sangregard. So they could be Primaris, as in the guys inside the armor could be Primaris, but they still could be the Firstborn. So you could mix it. Oh, excuse me. Mix in. Just like. Chris, sorry, Crispy, I missed your message about the boarding actions terrain. Yeah, I did not enjoy painting the boarding actions terrain purely because I didn't think it was going to take me as long as it did. So it was like a constant drag on my sanity. Yeah, I could see Firstborn Death Company go in, but I could also see them staying. This paint isn't adhering on there. Yeah, they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna make any changes to the Blood Angel range, as in terms of making stuff legends, until they get close to when Archaeotics is going to come out, which I don't think is until next July, or at least next summer anyway. So yeah, I'm not buying any more Death Company. Then I think I've got like 5 more Death Company still new and sprue in my various boxes anyway, because I hoard like no other tomorrow. I could put like 2 or 3 more Sanctuary Guard as well. But there's definitely, I've got a feeling there's definitely going to be a new Vanguard veteran squad coming, just because of how shite the weapon options are for them now. I wish they left in some of the options though, like you can still take Thunderhammers or Lightning Claws, because Lightning Claws are good. I really hope they are, because I've got 15 painted, I think. And I spent like 3 months painting 8 of them. Bear in mind, this is at a time when I was quite busy with work stuff, and I didn't get as many painting sessions a week. This was before I was doing commissions as well, so I didn't get as much concentrated time on them. See, the thing is, the Sangri priest we've got isn't that old a model. So I could see us not getting a new Sangri priest, but I think we might lose the option to take one of the jump pack, because you can't buy a Sangri priest with a jump pack, which is annoying, which is why you can't leave the Sangri guard. So maybe is what I'm thinking. Like, you can technically get a Baal Gladiator tank with a Reaper, but I don't think there's going to be I don't think they're going to do another Repulsor variant. I don't think they're going to do chapter-specific variants on any vehicles anymore, because it's a big kit, and if you're restricting it just to a single chapter, that's a good chunk of hobbyists that won't get them because they do other chapters. It'd be nice if they'd allow us to do a Death Company Dreadnought based on the Brutalis. I mean, I've already got one painted, as those of you who were in here earlier have seen, and I have shown off in the back Discord before. Yeah, I really don't think there's going to be any chapter-specific tanks. Maybe upgrade sprues at a push. Yeah. Because then you can still, because if rather than selling them as a dedicated insert tank name Baal Gladiator, that's restricting that entire kit to just Blood Angel players, which takes up shelf space. But if you were to sell just an upgrade sprue, you've still got all the normal Gladiator tank stuff flying off the shelves to all the other chapters, and then then people just buy a sprue which takes up less space. Because a lot of the Games Workshop stores are shelf limited in space. Yeah. Still forever good about all my forgeable Dreadnoughts that I can't use anymore. I love my Dreadnoughts. I'm gonna have to go over the black again because I've made a mess of that. It's just use a smaller brush. Like Space Marines, I know they announced Van Vets. They would also do several jump primaries. Yes, it would be nice if we could get some like jump captains of the Primaris flavour. Jump lieutenants. I do have a box of Assault Intercessors and lots of spare jump packs in my bits box where I was going to make some Primaris scale Assault Marines anyway at some point. So hopefully I'll just use them in the initial release wave, because I've left my old job just over a week ago, and my leaving gift was £100 in Games Workshop vouchers, and I'm just going to be sitting on them for a while until the Space Marine wave comes out, depending how big the wave is, because I don't want to do what I usually do when new Space Marine stuff comes out, just buy it all and then don't paint it all for like a year because I've got other things on the go, so I'm trying to stop doing that as much lately. So we're not going to be limited releases. I've done terribly with this one as well. I've gone onto the... It's because I haven't got my finger brace to keep me from going over like this thing. I need one of these on there so I can brace myself when I'm coming in. I do quite like the Impulsor and Gladiators. They look really nice. Yeah, it'd be nice if you could get more options. I can see them keeping it 1 per 5 can take a melee weapon upgrade. Because if you're old enough, back in 3rd edition, the way Death Company worked was you didn't actually buy any Death Company per se. If you bought, you'd buy a chaplain and he'd come with D3 plus 3, which is baked into his points cost. And then you roll a D6 for every squad, and then for every, I think it was a 6, or was it? I think it was a 4 up. For every 4 up, you'd lose a member of the squad, and you'd gain another model in your Death Company. And they'd all be armed with either bolt pistol and chainsword or bolt gun. And then for every 6, if you order 6 on the squad, and you had a veteran sergeant, I think that was when you got one with a power weapon or power fist. But it was always painful whenever you took a really expensive Terminator squad and one of them went Death Company. Why am I going back over there? I'm doing this thing. Hey Chris, welcome. How are you this evening? So I'm painting slightly off camera again. Still painting off camera. That's better. Got a game against terrorists tomorrow with Dreadnought. Oh yes. Talk to me about your Dreadnoughts. I want to hear all about your Dreadnoughts. Also, importantly, what non-Dreadnought things are you taking? Because, if any, of course, because you're probably going to want those units to be your objective grabbers, home field objective grabbers. You want to try and maximise the cover you're in, of course. Hopefully, you're taking at least one tech marine, because the game needs some repair jobs and some bonuses. I do love Dreadnought armies, having run a few myself. Definitely have to go back over the black areas. The other question is, does your opponent know you're bringing a Dreadnought heavy list? And do you know if they will be list tailoring at all? Not anymore, these legends. Unless you're allowing legends in the game. Listen to this song. And that one. Yeah, that'll do. I have to touch up lots of gold once I'm done, because I'm going quite a lot off on a Two Redemptors, DC Dread, Lobby Dread, and Pulsar with Blade God in them. Whereas if he's got a Van Vets squads. Nice. Okay. So what you probably want to do, the Libby Dread, you want to be flinging a unit up turn 1. Probably do the Vanguard. If there's somewhere where you can fling them up into cover. Do that. Another option is to maybe have the Van Vets in Deep Strike Reserve and do a rapid ingress on them. Obviously turn 2, but at least in turn, if it was in turn 1. So you probably want to do the fling the oh, they got the blade guard. The impulsor's got the blade guard. So what you could probably do is depending if you go second. Well, no, yeah, if you go second, well, first, I don't know. Yeah, if you have obviously have the blade guard and the impulsor, have that near to the Libby Dread. So what you could do, as one option, depending on how the terrain's laid out, you could drop the blade guard out turn 1 and fling them up with the Libby Dread. Because you have the infiltrators maybe infiltrating. Oh, I've gone on to gold this a bit annoyingly. That's yeah. Redemptors. I'm assuming using the plasma dudes, or plasma things. Have them just sitting as much in the middle of the board as you can, so you can just march up and just maximising those firing lanes. DC Dread, I'd maybe consider having in reserve. Just make sure your opponent's aware of what it can do, and it's +2 to charge. Oh, that's only against. Oh, it's vehicles and monsters, isn't it? Yeah. Take advantage of that. But yeah, I'd recommend having that in reserve so it's protected because even though it's quite an 8-inch move, it's going to be very much a distraction kind of effects, but you kind of want the distraction kind of effects to actually do something. Trying to think what else. You know, I've only played like half dozen games so far of 10th. So only one of those at 2,000 points. I mean, if they're taking a hoarding up army, yeah, it's difficult to say what best to use to take out the hoarding models units. Definitely have to do some more, another layer or two of red. It's very patchy. Anybody else got any thoughts on Chris's army? Yeah, the only trouble, because the only trouble I've got is the units you want to be flinging up are either the Vanguard vets. I actually got the Assault Squad as well. I forgot about them up with the Baby Dread as well. Oh, I do indeed, can't tell you, although this one isn't for me, this is for a commission. But I do have another one for myself. Although for that one I'm going to be doing non-metallic metal. Right, let's... Before I do white on the head and jump pack, let's just finish off the red. Tongue brush. Does anybody have any other hobby plans for the weekend? Anybody got any games lined up? keep at it. You can do it. When are you hoping to have them ready by? Yeah, I go through phases with batch painting where I just can't stand doing it. So I batch painted my Infernus Marines, um, and yeah, it annoyed me. Terminators I didn't batch paint. I did them individually mainly because of the hazard strikes I was doing on the fists, because that took a lot of concentration. Well, especially as I was trying to do I was trying to do a how-to guide. I recorded a how-to guide when I was doing one of them, which I still need to figure out how to edit properly and post, because I do want to start creating some proper content rather than just stream. But then I'm not the best painter in the world, so there's not a lot of stuff that I could teach that is advanced. Yeah. Because I also don't know how to. Well, I say I've got very little experience of editing videos, so that's just like a whole new thing I have to learn. But I've got the thing over the minute. I've got a new job where I'm learning the ropes, so I've got to probably have to do some training on my own time at some point. So it's a bit of juggling up to do. The main thing I'm trying to finish for myself at the moment, though, is my heavy intercessors, because I've been using them for quite a bit in games, and I like to use as much fully painted as I can. I try to limit either the unpainted or not finished as much as possible, because it just breaks the immersion a bit. It's fine if it's like a new unit that you want to get out on the table, or a unit like you want to try because there's a good combo you could use, and you need to decide whether you want to invest the time in painting it. But for the most part, all my stuff is painted when I play. Usually I allow one unit that's not finished, but it's a unit that I'm in the midst of painting. do, 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 do. Not getting that. Once I've finished the white on this, I will have to apologise in advance because my camera has a hard time focusing when I'm working on the helmet or the head. Well, I'm only doing is the scrolly bits. Well, maybe it's focusing all right. I'm not bringing it up too close. Tommy's rumbling. All this hard work painting. Probably going to be painting until about midnight, just for those, just so you all know. So that's about 35 minutes or so. Unless I get to a stopping point between now and then. I do like to get to like sensible stopping points once I finish a stage, and if it's not worth starting the next stage because I need more time than I wanted to stay up for. So once did one stream where I only went for like an hour or so because the next stage would take me like 3 hours, and I thought, I don't want to do another 3 hours now. I'll do 3 hours tomorrow, kind of thing. I think that's what I need to touch up on here. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Let's do the gold on the axe that was just covering over. Where is my Druchii Violet? Druchii Violet, there it goes. Luminous. So for my gold, I recess shade with Druchii Violet. And then I undershade with Rockland Flesh Shade. Normally I'll work this down, but I'm only doing it for a little bit and I can't be bothered to water down. I should have done. That's not too thick. Saved it. I'll sort out the highlights on it when I come to do the metallics. I think I will do it though is stream of pink. So I'm using this on the grip of the axe and the purity seal wax. So not a lot of it needed, but no. tiny nick of golden. Just needs still black, but it should be gold. Sure, when you just don't paint the whole thing gold and then work up. Trying to work out so you can't actually see the shape of something if your depth perception isn't working quite right. So there's actually some scroll area there. Right. I think I have now reached a sensible stopping point. Except for a little bit of touch more on the way down here. Because what I'm going to be doing next is just the green on the reef of the helmet. But I could do that now. And that's so. What other base colours I've got left to do? Not a lot, really. Okay, we'll do that. I'll do the reef on his helmet, and then while ignoring the base, I'm doing the base separately at the end. So there'll be the glow effects and the jump pack I need to think about. So yeah, we'll get this done, and then I think we'll be calling it a night. I've used way too much green there. And my palette, I don't need nearly as much as I've put down. will make the good stopping point for the night. So let's just clean my brushes. So this stuff I definitely recommend you get if you don't have it, or any kind of brush soap. It really helps prolong the life of your brushes. So what I do is I have two water pots. One of just water that I literally just use for diver if I just need to mix in some definitely pure water, and washing my brushes at the end. So it just a final rinse of the brush before I put on the soap, and then just slip it back in its protective cap. There's a cap. Somewhere around it. Choose a chunky for this one. Fine. That's what I do with them. Palette. So I have made some fantastic progress on Dante this evening. I've got the majority of the base colours on. So he's looking more like Dante than he was before, because at the start of the night he was just gold and black and grey. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining me on tonight's stream whilst I've been covering for John. You can find me you can find me on Twitch there. I stream, as I said, on Monday nights, usually always my stuff, Tuesday nights, rarely Wednesdays because that's my game night, most Thursday nights, Friday nights too, some Saturdays and some Sundays, depending on what I'm doing and how I'm feeling with everything. Sometimes I just paint offline. If any of you do have a Twitch Prime sub going free at the minute and don't mind giving it to me, if you would kindly give it to me for the month, just to help nudge me along a bit, that'd be very much appreciated. And yeah, feel free to give me a follow over there if you ever want to catch my streams. Otherwise I'll catch you on the Discord and John's other streams. John does have some videos he's going to be releasing over the next couple of weeks that he's pre-recorded, and then Tony will be, I think it's Tony who's going to be doing the stream next Saturday, so similar to what I'll be doing tonight. So please do make sure you come back in to give him some support there. And yeah, again, thank you for joining me, and hope you have a good evening. If any of you are interested in a link to my painting journal that I'm using, in fact I need to fill that in for some of the stuff I've done. Very useful for recording. I'm recording what you're doing as any of your stuff, so you can remember it when you come to later stuff. There was a link earlier in the chat. I can't obviously post links because I'm not a mod on the channel. Drop me a message on Discord. I'm happy to share it with you. Yeah, thank you, and hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend.